confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Golden Bears will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you.
Ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on him.
Wants to throw. It's Duff. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's second and long. Finds his man. It's Peterson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Blue Devils will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Duke.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cal Golden Bears offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. All wideouts, no backs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Wants to fire on second down. Pocket breaking down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Carney. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Carney. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He wants to change this route. The give to the back. Thrust that arm out. He's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Blue Devils want to move quickly. Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Hayden. There he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Back to pass, it's Duff. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. They're setting up a screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
The Blue Devils trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The option look. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Flips it out to the back. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. And the Golden Bears are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. Keep it on the ground. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The return brings it out to the 28, and the Duke offense will take over.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking downfield, it's Duff. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's caught. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Blue Devils in the hurry-up. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snags it over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Sweet cut there. Still running at the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Golden Bears, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the left. Hard running there. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Golden Bears will punt it away on fourth down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the returner will be knocked down. Dropping back, it's Duff. Grabbed in the middle, it's Peterson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the air on second and short. Caught near the sticks, it's Peterson. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The offense changing the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. He rifles one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first two quarters today from there in Berkeley.
The Blue Devils will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on this.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Give to the running back. Nice move there. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hayden.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Handoff to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Duff. He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Makes the catch. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Duke. No mid-season concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
24, Cal 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up. But
oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every.
Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Cal 3.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. It's Carney. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down.
At the 28-yard line. 4th down coming up.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted to stop the threat.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Back to throw, it's done. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Gets them away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
At the 10-yard line.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Catch in the middle. It's Bryant. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Blue Devils come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. To the sideline, and he's able to tiptoe his way to a 1st down. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
To the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Peterson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Jukes his way for more.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Breaks into the open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Duff. Quarterback adapting. Unleashes one deep. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll set up to throw. He's going for the goal line. And he's going to taken into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly.
Hey, JC, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Impressive performance.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Sets up the screen.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He'll get rid of it. That's caught. It's Carney. Turning it on. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on
into a really compelling matchup that almost has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. Today, one of the best running back matchups you're going to see all season long. Two stars colliding here. Welcome to Durham, North Carolina, Brooks Field at Wallace Wade Stadium, home of the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on last year's national champions, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. It's a really compelling matchup that has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. One of the best matchups all season long between two elite runners fighting here today. Welcome to Durham, North Carolina, Brooks Field at Wallace Wade Stadium, home of the Duke Blue Devils. We'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on last season's national champions, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Blue Devils will kick this deep to start us off. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Hurricanes offense is onto the field for the first time today. Kirk, not often these days you see a matchup as good as this between two elite running backs. Two guys who are the focal point of the offense.
And talking to them this week, you know they are both hyped up to go against each other, both looking for bragging rights. Can't wait to see who ends up playing better.
throw to the left. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going, what we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today, we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
He hands it off from the gun. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Off the play fake on first down. Now they trapped him for a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
He's running out of time here. They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. They'll kick it away here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So Duke's offense gets their first crack now. You've got a quarterback here who was really dialed in the last game. Incredibly efficient performance. Let's see if Kirk, if he can duplicate that again today.
Yeah, he just seemed to be in that zone. You know, like you said, every decision was very solid. Put the ball right where the receivers can make a play. I think that's the important thing today. Going up against a defense that has great athletic ability, just continue to make those good decisions, be accurate with the ball, and he's got another chance to have another great day. I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Second down play coming up. Looking for a man. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
And the Blue Devils come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to throw it on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Short connection to the tight end here. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. The Blue Devils hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Caught over the middle. It's Andrews. Now play more than enough for a first down. Sets him up at the 24.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit, they didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play, but this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Looking to scramble. Throws it to the right. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
You make the stop, but it'll be first down from the 13. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Moves out of the pocket. End zone ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. And Duke has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Picks up the first, looking for more. They make the tackle, but that's a great pickup on the ground. First down now at the 44. A lot can change in one play. Suddenly this offense out near midfield. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Will actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
A quick throw out left, complete. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. He stopped short of the 1st down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the 1st down. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. Kicking team out for the PAT try.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Peterson. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Tries the right with a quick throw. Wide open downfield.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go with the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. With the catch, it's Peterson. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. An empty backfield on 2nd and short. Looking for a receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Bryant. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. First down.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And the Blue Devils starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, caught to the right. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
And this is a big-time play by this linebacker showing his versatility. We know he can stop the run, but in zone defense with cover 2, he's got an area he's got to be able to defend.
Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Caught over the middle. It's Wood. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to create here on the move. That pass is batted away, incomplete. And the Canes will have to kick it away when he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see what they can do here. There's time to run a few plays, perhaps get into field goal range. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete, even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And that one's straight down the middle. They tack on 3 points to finish off the 3rd quarter. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham.
The Canes will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Well, he's got a crease here. Look out. And the return man runs out of bounds. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. The passing game's been on fire. The defense has had no answer for it. Let's see if they found some solutions at halftime. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. The Blue Devils looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
That's a really good run by this offense. And, Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a 1st down.
And the ball is hauled in. So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Here's a quick throw off the play fake. tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, look at this, Chris. The defense kind of hanging their head. They give up a completion for a first down. They better get lined up and get the call because they're going up-tempo against them.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Looking to pass here on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hayden. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Looking to chuck it again. With the catch, it's Peterson. You make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now. And the Blue Devils lining up here on 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Makes a quick catch. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on the screen. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Offense does a really nice job of timing up the screen pass, using the defense's aggression against them here, and the back's able to navigate his way for a first down.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he's got it. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Runs through the defender. Look at that powerful running. The gain moves the ball to the 34. The Canes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry out. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. QB to the tight end for a completion. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Try and muscle for the first down. He is stuffed at the line. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Tailback with another carry. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Looking deep down the left side. It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets the stop against this very efficient third down offense. The Blue Devils will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's got a man down the middle. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The Hurricanes will crank up the tempo. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on 3rd down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off of that nice play.
1st down. We're going to throw the football. Makes a quick grab. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. The Hurricanes begin a new series here. 1st and 10.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Snags the quick throw. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end.
Touchdown, Canes. Great connection there for 6 points. Now the try here for the extra point.
And I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, and it's a touchdown.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Pounding away with the run game. That one takes it across the 30-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Gives it to the back. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for 1st down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Delivers quickly to the left side. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Blue Devils looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. We'll try to run it with the option. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
It's an option look. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
They're going to run the option. Fights through a tackle. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down.
Coming up, 4th down.
When you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated them.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Alright, y'all. Appreciate you stopping in, checking out the Strizine. Appreciate all the likes and follows and subs. And we'll probably see y'all here in a little bit. I don't know. We might jump back on here, do a little bit of Air Force. But, yep. Appreciate you. Thanks. Peace.